Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady. This is Sunshine on Leith, episode 21. We have a transfer window episode, but also a game to show you. The first game of our Europa League qualification, which is really exciting. Woohoo! We are in the first round of the Europa League. And we have... And I don't know how to pronounce it. They're from Northern Ireland, I think. Aren't they? The Danske Bank Premiership. Where are they from? Northern Ireland, yes, indeed. They're semi-professional. Glenavon, I'm not sure. I haven't been able to find out. I looked on the net and I was not able to find anyone anywhere who was able to definitively say that it's Glenavon or Glenavon. So I'm going to say Glenavon, just because you have to pick one of them. And that's how I'm going to say it. We have the home leg. They have the away leg after. But we are heavily favored in this one. We are favored 1 to 10. Their odds are something like 15 to 1, I think. Anyway, it's really crazy good for us. Where is it? 1 to 10, 15 to 1, yes. So, here's my team. We have, oh, that's right, we have some transfer news. Got a bit of transfer news. One, we're bringing in this kid, Johan Huselius, a Swedish striker. He's only 18, and check him out. Promising striker, no doubt. Light-hearted, we can train that out of him. You know, because we want him to be a little more. He's not really a great passer of the ball, but he'll make a good what do you call it? A good poacher. Advanced forward, same effect. I think that he'll do good work at that particular position. So he's already scored 3 goals in the Allsvenskan, which is good to see from an 18-year-old. He plays for a rival. That's less than perfect, but they're not a huge rival. I mean, I don't think they are. And we'll find out, I guess, when I sign him, whether or not it's a big deal to the fans. Who else did we bring in? I know we brought in a couple more people. Yes, we brought in some goalkeepers because Ofer Marciano left, and of course Woodman was on loan. So we needed at least one good goalkeeper, and this is the man we found. He is not necessarily the best at jumping in the air, but he's got great reflexes, great agility, great concentration, bravery, decisions, positioning. He does a lot of things well. One-on-ones, handling is decent. His command of the area, okay, doesn't come claiming for crosses, but given his aerial reach, I'm not sure that's a terrible thing. He might be better off relying on his reflexes and his abilities to face someone down one-on-one. That's my view of it anyway. Anyway, he's pretty good, and he's going to get better. He's only 23, so he's probably going to improve somewhat. Liam Kelly is his backup. He's kind of the opposite. He's also got good reflexes and agility, which I like. Good with one-on-ones, decent handling. Again, command and communication, not his strengths, but his mentals aren't nearly as good, and so I'm not relying on him to be quite as much. He's going to learn. He's going to become a little better. He's also 23, but I think that that at this moment that Brotveit is a Brotveit. I'm not sure. Brotveit, I'll say Brotveit, is the guy that we will be keeping in goal. That's the plan anyway. In terms of the first team. So, looking at that particular piece of information, we have oh yes, wait a second, Katie, you're in such a big rush here. Let's not rush to the game. There's things to look at, because we had the end of season awards, for instance, which unfortunately on June 2nd, 2019. So let's go back to June 2nd. Can we go back to June? Can't go back to June 2nd. Well, that's annoying. The end of season awards, basically Guidetti swept it. He was outrageous. He was the fans player of the year. He was the young player of the year. He was the signing of the season. The only thing he didn't get was goal of the season, which went to Scott Martin for his goal on the 21st of May against Aberdeen, or against Hearts, which in fact you saw in the last episode, if you saw the last episode. That's it for that. The commercial summary went really well. We basically were making a lot more money. And this is an old note that can be deleted now because it was just a reminder to record something when I was playing ahead. Because sometimes, you get into the game and it's really fun and you want to keep playing, and then you realize that, you played past the point where you would have liked to have stopped. So, yeah. I occasionally drop notes to myself to say, stop, record here. So, here we are on one of those places. I'm really pleased with the way things have gone so far. I think that one big hole, obviously, in the team once Marciano left was that we had no goalkeepers. Literally none. I think we might have one in the under-20s. Yeah. Two. We have two in the under-20s, and one of them may turn into somebody who's reasonably decent at the job, but at the moment it's not one of these two guys. So yeah, we had a pair of teenagers available as goalkeepers, so obviously we needed goalkeepers, but other than that, I'm not sure there's much that we really need. We could maybe use a second striker, which is why I signed Huselius, because Murray and Boyle continue to fail to convince. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it works out. So now let's get to this early Europa League game against Glenavon of Northern Ireland. Squad numbers have to be given to two players in the squad. One of them can have number 1. The other one can have number 21. Which seems random, but it's my number. It's the number I always wore as a goalkeeper, so. Or, indeed, any time. I've always worn 21. My father, who was a race car driver, used to race under 21. So I've kind of adopted it as mine ever since he was killed when I was 15. And on that happy note, let's get back to the game. How are we going to play this? If we play our game, we'll win. How about that? Well, it relax Per Christian Broadweit. I think we'll just call him Broadweit. Oh, and Guidetti is injured. Unfortunately, he hurt his foot in one of our friendlies and will be out for another couple of weeks yet. So we are, that's our big weakness, is we have to approach this professionally. Exactly. We have to be aware that, we have a weakness, and that is that we don't have really good strikers except Guidetti, who is outrageously good. Just having a brief nightmare here that I have not in fact started recording, but I have, so it's all good. I wish I could set my webcam light so that rather than telling me that my webcam is on, it told me when I'm recording. That would be much more useful. So far we're all over them, but we haven't actually managed to put a shot on net. Magooch, back to Poyet. McGinn, back for Magooch. No penetration. There's McGinn, and finally he does. He gets some penetration, and Boyle manages to finish it, which is nice. It makes me happy. I mean, I really do expect to win this tie, but I'd like to see us doing it in an appropriately stylish manner, given the difference in quality between our teams. I mean, they're not even a fully professional team. You know, we're playing against bricklayers and bakers' boys here. Half time with just the one goal, but complete domination of the match. 69% possession, and so on. I'm going to say you've played well, but there's room for improvement. No big response, unfortunately. Yay, a highlight. Magooch. Wilson. Can't find anybody. Oh, wow. And another corner. As Glenavon clear their lines. Boyle for Poyet. Turns for Ambrose. Nothing. Slivka's having kind of an off game. Boyle. McGarten. Cross for Slivka. Oh! And like I said, he's not having a great game. Let's see who we can replace him with. And I think Danny Swanson is the name that leaps to mind. I have not given Danny Swanson a new contract. He is 32 already and will be 33 before the season is out. And he started to decline physically. So sometimes it's just time to go. Oh, Ambrose usually puts those in the net. That's too bad. Shot off target. I should check into making more mistakes, more substitutions. That's an interesting Freudian slip, Katie. We'll bring on Fraser Murray. And wow, look at those backs. But look how well Crane is playing. He's really displaced White from the team. He's just been playing so outstandingly well recently. Through the friendlies and into today, 7.5 is not bad from the young fullback. He seems to really relish playing on attack. Had one of the friendlies where he managed to get a goal and an assist in the first 10 minutes or something. Post. Oh, bunk. Well, that's going to be a disappointing win. 1-0 when we outshot them 26-1. outpossessed them 68-32. We've had more than twice the possession, but we cannot seem to finish. This is what we lack when we don't have Guidetti. We just don't have that finish. Last year the midfield sort of filled in and helped to score some, but this year they're not really getting as many goals, and I'm not sure why. Well, it's a good win at least. Martin Boyle's happy, he scored the goal. But still, that could have been a lot better. Alright, that's going to do it for today. I'm just going to have that short episode. Next episode will be the other side of the Glenavon, unless I look at it and think it's going to be, well, you know, we should probably play it, just to be safe. And we'll see what else comes along, if there are more transfers to talk about, which is possible. I'm still looking for another solid defensive midfielder. Poyet's doing fine, but I would like to have a second really solid player in that position. I'm a little worried about our attacking midfield position, in that neither Slivka nor Smith is badly injured at the moment, but neither of them seem to be willing to really make the spot their own. Only Danny Swanson wants to do that, but he's, as I said, getting on to 33, and you know, I'm not really sure whether or not he's going to be around next year for us to follow. So I hope you are having a great day. I hope you don't mind hitting the like button, hitting subscribe, follow me on Twitter, maybe even drop me a line on Patreon. If you do any of those, you'll make my day. Even a comment would do that. If not, that's okay. I hope you're having a great day, and take care.